are now listening to the Sportz Nutz.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Sportz Nutz, episode 74. Woo! We're so close to 3/4 of a way to 100. Oh, that's awesome to know. My name, as you know, is Brandon. This man below me is Shane. Shane, how you doing, brother?
Oh man, a little wore out after today. Just moved about 2,600 tires around, so I'm sitting back a little bit tonight. Got the heating pad on. Replacing those electrolytes burned off today. This weather is about bipolar.
Yeah, it really is. Look, guys, if you have not noticed, it's almost like 70 degrees in the basically in the upstate and everything. It's crazy. And then I don't know if you heard this though. Monday it's going to be 72 degrees, and then next Friday it should be 34.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like I said, bipolar. Can't make up her mind what she wants to do.
Welcome to the wintertime in the South. Yes. Real quick, guys. Also, did you know March 9th is daylight savings time starts? So it's coming fast. Woo.
Golf in the afternoons after work.
This man right here, the one, the only, Mr. Hank Russell. How you doing, brother? Uh-oh.
Oh man, I can't complain, man. It's been a kind of a long 4 days since the last time we talked, and we've had a lot in mainstream sports have happened, and we've had some good times and stuff like that. So I got nothing to complain about right now, other than the fact that the weather is bipolar.
Absolutely. Look, we now know officially who the Super Bowl members will consist of, and yeah, I'm already telling you now, I'm bored, and I hadn't even started yet. Come on now. I'm not looking forward to this. Obviously, we'll have we're going to do our little reactions. There's a couple of, actually more than a couple, questionable calls that took place that were favorable for the Patrick Mahomes, but I'm not saying the Kansas City Chiefs. It's Patrick Mahomes. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you guys saw this really ridiculous comment by Taylor Swift, and I quote, "Of course, I want to watch the best tight end in NFL history." Yeah. Evidently, she forgot that the greatest to ever play the game at the tight end level did play in the Kansas City Chiefs to start. His number is retired in KC, but Travis Kelce is not the greatest tight end to ever walk the face of the NFL world. No, that distinction would belong to Tony Gonzalez. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about what we think of this matchup. Look, guys, college baseball literally is knocking on the door. There has been some interesting developments that have come about with baseball, more specifically that Clemson may be favored to host a super regional. A regional, super regional. They're pretty high in on them this year. They're and I'm inclined to say, yeah, I'm really proud of them. I'm excited for them. Then we also want to talk a little bit about the WNBA. Phoenix Mercury. They got an incredible trade that happened. I don't know how they pulled it off, but they did it. Cliff Kingsbury, he is not New Orleans' answer. He will not be going to the New Orleans Saints. Talk a little bit about that. And we have all this other stuff to talk about. But more importantly, we have you guys, the fans, who are here tonight to enjoy some quality sports talk with the Sportz Nutz. Matt will be with us shortly. Yeah, he is actually heading home from work. So he does get stuck in the probably the worst traffic there ever was, honestly, in Atlanta. But he will be joining us. So guys, it's been a I would say it's been a fun week, but it hasn't been a fun week. We know who the Super Bowl is. It's Kansas City playing against the Eagles. Correct me if I'm wrong. This was a matchup 2 years ago, right, Shane?
Yes.
Yeah. So We had a matchup 2 years ago. Kansas City won. They're going for the ever elusive three-peat title in the NFL. Look, it's not common, but it's not unheard of. I'm going to give you each a chance for 50 points. Who is the last professional team to three-peat? And Hank, you go first. Yes. Maybe having some technical difficulties there. All right, Shane, I'm going to start with you for 50 points. Who is the last three-peat professional team?
Man, I'm trying to rack my brain.
Close, but no. Same sport, yes.
Yeah, I want to say Bulls or Lakers. I can't remember if the Lakers did it after the Bulls did, but
It was
I
the
know
Lakers.
It was 1 and 2. Yeah,
it was the Lakers. The Lakers were the last team to three-peat. Hey, Brandon, man. Hey, man. Thanks for chiming in, brother. Appreciate it. You were, like I said, you were close. Same sport, just different team. It was the LA Lakers were the last professional team of anywhere to do it. So yeah, it's never been done in the world of the NFL. However, for a bonus 50 points, and Brandon, if you know this answer, chime it in. Who is the only NFL franchise to go to 4 straight Super Bowls and lose all 4? Shane, do you know that answer?
yes, the ones that should have been in the game next week.
That's right. Yep, that's right. And that answer is, folks, it is the Buffalo Bills.
Yes,
They're the only
great 30 for 30, 4 falls in Buffalo. It goes to the story. I mean, they were great. Of course, me as a Virginia Tech fan, of course, I followed Bruce for his many, many years in the NFL, Hall of Fame career. I mean, if you start really adding up the people that they had on those teams, man, that's a gold jacket starting lineup.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And look, guys, hey, we can hear you now. Can you hear us? Uh-oh. Can you hear us, Hank?
Give me 1 sec. Yeah, can y'all hear me?
You sound very echoey.
Yeah, give me a sec. I've been having technical difficulties.
All righty.
Don't worry, sports fans.
Let's go, Philly. All right, so you know what, Rod, you just opened up a can of worms right there. So you know how they sit there and they say it's the city of brotherly love. So no, it's not the city of they're the absolute worst fans. And you know, I'm going to tell you why, Coach Rod.
Passionate, great fans.
Yes.
Obnoxious.
They're passionately great, but they're terrible fans. And here's the reason why I say they're terrible fans, okay? More specifically, Santa Claus. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Philadelphia Eagle fans threw snowballs at Santa Claus. They booed him off the field too. This is an interesting little nit right here, which I don't know if you guys have seen, which, by the way, guys, share that we're on. Get everybody, come on. Hey, the Sportz Nutz is live. Let's get it going. But I'm going to say, so, Shane, I remember this distinctively. The Phillies are playing the Arizona Diamondbacks, Game 7 World Series, right? And Diamondbacks blowing them out of the water, right? Like by the 4th inning. And so some jerk, I'm not going to say what it was, but some really rude person walking around and asking, what does he think about this? And, you know, what does he want to say? And he asked like 100 people. And guess what? Almost the majority of the response was for that team. The fans were, sell the team, worst team to ever walk the face of the earth. Philadelphia needs to get rid of it. They're the worst ever, blah, blah, blah. But then they're the best fans, right? So let's take it another step. The 76ers. They had a phenomenal run a few years back. They lose rather rather painstakingly in the NBA playoffs. What's the first thing that comes out of their mouths? Worst team ever built. Sell the franchise, relocate, get rid of them. We don't need them at all. Blah blah blah. That's literally what they came out with. How about this? We'll go a little further back. The Flyers, which is the NHL franchise. They lost in the Stanley Cup Finals. What was the first thing that came out of their mouth? Worst team ever. And they're never going to make it back. Well, so far they have not made it back to the Stanley Cup playoffs. So that part has actually been pretty true. Well, then also, remember the Philadelphia Soul, the arena football team. They too, they didn't win. They didn't win the Arena Bowl. The several years that went back to it, right? Well, they said disband the team. Worst team ever. John Bon Jovi can't build a team to win worth of crap. Well, folks, it just goes to show that Philadelphia fans, they're the absolute worst. And there is a video that came out, and I don't know if you guys saw it on Twitter. If you haven't, go take a look. I did retweet it. What'd you say, Hank?
No, I was just going to say, I just jumped back in. I'm sorry, I mean interrupt.
No, you're good. Glad you're back, man. So, these Philadelphia Eagles fans are heckling these two Washington Commander fans. They're walking back to the car, being good sports. The Commander fans being good sports that they are, and when the fans are heckling, they're throwing beer bottles or cans. They're throwing everything they can. Well, they walk up to one of the fans, take his hat off, and they throw it, and he never gets it back. And then one of them threatened to beat them up because they stepped foot in their area. Well, also, do you remember this, Shane and Hank? A couple weeks ago, Philadelphia Eagles fan was heckling some Green Bay Packer fans. And what happened to that guy? Yeah. He got the can. He got his nice, lovely pink slip. So, Philadelphia fans in general, I implore you, Pennsylvania, rename the stupid city to, instead of being the city of brotherly love, be the city of brotherly hate. Because that's what they do, is they hate on anybody and everybody.
Yes.
What do you think, Hank?
I mean, I know. I mean, it's true. I mean, this is the same team that boos their own team when it comes out the tunnel. I mean, we've had some bad seasons in football, whoever your team is, but nobody boos their own team. That's, what kind of confidence does that instill,
Exactly. That behavior, unacceptable. Don't do it. You're supposed to be there to cheer your team.
They're so bad they used to have a jail underneath Lincoln Financial Field, or
really?
wherever they used to play. Where was it?
Soldier Field.
Soldier Field, yeah. No, that's
no, that's Chicago.
Yeah, that's Chicago.
What am I thinking?
Old stadium with the AstroTurf.
Yeah. I know I'm naming it wrong. It's got a name like that though. Not
the Vet. Is it the Vet? No. Yeah, is it the Vet?
Yeah, I think it might have been Veteran Stadium.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah. The old Veteran Stadium had a jail in the basement underneath the playing surface. The fans were that bad.
I mean, I'm not an obsessed sports fan, so I wouldn't have not known that. But that's a pretty cool. I mean, that's a pretty cool statistic to know, or a fact to know, that there was a jail right there where the stadium is. I mean, you got to go to. I mean, you're so bad. Your fan base is so bad that you had to build a holding cell just to prevent the cops from not missing the game from taking your monkey ass to jail.
Oh my God! How bad? That says so much about your fan base. But whatever. Look, Philadelphia, I don't love you. I think you guys are the absolute clowns of the Major League Baseball. No. And I love how we can tease and say, enjoy your second place ring, because that's all you're ever going to get. You're never going to get that World Series ring. I mean, of course, you're not. I mean, be thankful you're not the New York Mets, because, you can drop $1 billion and still be the worst team in the league.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I've got a bunch of friends in Philly and stuff like that. So, I mean, the people aren't bad as a whole. They're just way too passionate about their sports, and they indulge a little bit too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is called the Sportz Nutz, but I'm not about to be I'm not about to go crack somebody's head or steal something from somebody or bully somebody around for my sports team. I'm cool.
Oh, I just did that.
Exactly.
You know,
I'm just like, come on, man. You got. I mean, it's bad enough that the Chiefs, the Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl, but then the opposing team is a team that really most people do not care about. I mean, you quite frankly think they're obnoxious.
Yes. So, in the words of this man right here, literally right after the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship are done, Hank, tell everybody what your prediction was for the Super Bowl that you posted on Facebook.
I believe I posted the Eagles. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I did post the Eagles and the Chiefs again.
Yep. And then you also said, I hope the commercials are better or at least good.
Yeah, exactly. No, within seconds of the results, I put at least I hope the Super Bowl commercials are good because, okay. I mean, I'll just say this. I'm pulling for Philadelphia, but I'm not pulling for Philadelphia. I'm pulling for Jalen Hurts because he is a good guy. I mean, have you seen like his character and stuff like that? He doesn't make a lot of waves because of his character and stuff like that because he's got a very much a more reserved style about him. He lives in a house that's not very big, like a 2-bed down in a small town in Texas. And
yeah, he pays like a $250,000 mortgage, y'all.
Yeah.
$100 million man for $250,000. That's awesome. And he makes monthly mortgage payments. He didn't pay it all at one time. He makes monthly mortgage payments, and I love it.
Oh yeah, well, and here we are talking about how Philly fans are so rude and obnoxious, and then we've got the Jalen Hurts story, and then, man, did you guys see Saquon run down the field when Shipley scored that touchdown?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God.
They for some reason that those guys, they get it. I mean, Saquon said it was whatever the team wanted to do when he's on the cusp of 135 yards to get a rushing title that we haven't seen since Eric Dickerson. He got his 2,000 yards. I think that if he wouldn't have got 2,000 yards the game before, they might have gone for it. But he got at 2,000. They shut him down. Philly.
There's 101 yards officially.
Yeah, their team it just kind of meshes. I think they've got a good shot for it, especially with their running game. Be able to control the clock, which they weren't able to do the last time they played them. And they've gotten better front forward defensively as well. Like they can get some pressure on quarterbacks, and all they have seen in the postseason has been mobile quarterbacks. So, that's another thing to look out for, with that defense going up against the great playmaker of Patrick Mahomes himself,
Yeah.
Somehow him, Kelsey, there's a couple other worthies about on the same level with him now as far as wavelengths. When he gets scrambling around, you can almost guarantee a completion or a flag one.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't as bad as last week, but it was close. It was last week you had two players colliding into each other, and they call it targeting the quarterback. I'm like, come on,
Yeah, that was and then like he was going out of bounds, and the guy just goes like that, and then he goes, I'm telling you, Vlade Divac is somewhere rolling around saying, Patrick Mahomes, here, I'm going to give you the flopping trophy. Take it away from LeBron James. You've done great. Like, I mean, the dude freaking flops, and they're okay. And I'm not going to show the video per se. I sent it to you guys. Y'all saw it. What it was, and it was from NFL Memes. It was the Kansas City Chiefs delivering their payment to the referee's locker room after securing another trip.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, hold on.
They're taking loads of cash. Said thank you so much for helping us win, and
then we got to see that baby-headed tramp down on the field with Kelsey again.
Dude, like Look, I want everybody to answer the question. Be freaking honest too. Are we watching this Taylor Swift Bowl, or are we watching the freaking like soon to be Super Bowl? Which one are we watching? Because I mean, that's all we do is we focus. Like, why do we have to focus on her? Like, I don't really give a darn. You know,
I know it's like the newest guest. She has like a new guest every time in the box seat with her. Like last year during the Super Bowl, it's Ice Spice in there. You know, and I'm like, you know, Taylor Swift and Ice Spice could not be any more different. You know, like I guess that she's just like, you can come on my you can come in my box and watch my boyfriend hit the, you know, win another Super Bowl and stuff like that. Meanwhile, Ice Spice is like, bitch, I don't even know who you are. Okay. You just trying to look cool because you in your mid-30s now, and I'm the newest, hottest thing out here.
Well, I don't know. Did you see? All right, so this is how how ridiculous it's gotten, right? So Fox News, and look, I'm not saying anything political right about this. Fox News had the audacity to say, breaking news: Taylor Swift shows up to the AFC Championship game in a $10,000 Gucci outfit or Louis Vuitton outfit. Raise your hand if you really give a darn what kind of outfit she's wearing, because I don't. I mean, like I'm so sick and tired of them be like, oh yeah, and it's literally every time, and I mean it's every time something happened. Could you imagine? You have to be the cameraman. All right, man. I'm gonna use Shane. All right, Shane, you got to be on Taylor Swift the entire time. You can't blink. Whatever she does, if she wipes her butt, picks her nose, or does whatever, you better have that camera on her at 24/7 the entire 4-hour game. And if you don't, and if you take that camera off ever so slightly, we're throwing you the fire. We're giving you the pink slip right there. Like, dude, the camera guy is literally having to sit there the whole time, and he's just on her, and like, I don't care. I don't care about Taylor Swift. Yes, I have 4 girls. Yes, my oldest likes her music, but you know what though? I'm not a Swiftie. I'm not going to go buy her the newest vinyl. I'm not going to buy her a poster because, hello, my daughter also has a lot of, like, she's extremely intelligent, and she knows it's just a just a period of time, and then Taylor Swift will fade into the black, you know?
Right. And, you know, it's just, it's amazing, like, you know, how many people are getting sucked into this too, because, you know, I heard the minimum sale for her tickets are like $500 a ticket for a stadium seat. I would rather Lizzo take a dump in my mouth from a hot air balloon than to go see Taylor Swift in concert for $500. Okay.
I'd rather go watch paint dry. Honestly, I think that is more entertaining than going to a Taylor Swift concert. What do you think? What about you, Shane?
Well, I mean, it's all comes in a cycle. How many years did we watch it with Tony Romo and Jessica Simpson? You know, you saw Aaron Rodgers, Danica Patrick, their relationship. You know, there's always a major sports star with a big pop star or movie star of some sort. I mean, it is what it is. You can't, you know, you can't really blame them for heading in the direction of some, you know, best of luck to Travis and Taylor. Me and my sister were talking about it, and you know, they win the three-peat, never been done. You know, does he have an extra grass stain on his knee at the end of the game?
Oh my God.
You know, you want to
got
talk about storybook. You want to talk about storybook.
You know, you're right, and it's, dude.
So
Hank has even said it. I've said it. You've said it. We've all said it. Enough is enough, dude. All right, and so Zane today said, "I can promise you, pretty much the entire city of Baltimore, they're already ready for the Orioles season to start." He goes, "This is probably going to be one of the lowest watched Super Bowls," and I 100% concur. I'm not like, I mean, look, I'm going to watch it just because, you know, it's football. But I'm not going to be like, oh my God, this is it. Yay. You know, I'm not going to do that because I don't really give a darn about either of the two teams. Look, I don't like Philadelphia. I've never liked the Philadelphia franchises. I've never. And I don't give a darn about Kansas City. You know, I mean, All right, I want to address. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I had to go grab a Snickers real quick because it makes me a little bit flustered when I start talking about Taylor Swift. And grab
a Snickers.
Oh
So you'll have to
man, hey,
excuse-
we need to dub. We need to dub her over you till you take a bite of that and then turn it into you again.
Oh my God.
It would be my pleasure. Okay. But I literally had to go grab a Snickers because I was getting lightheaded talking about.
You don't want to be Betty White, right? Have the Betty White head.
Hey, I'm Batman.
Wait, no, I'm Lego Batman. Lego Batman's still cool. Oh my God. But look, I don't care about the Patrick Mahomes. All right. So I'm not calling them the Chiefs. They're called the Mahomes because well, actually there's another name, but I'm going to be good. I'm not going to say it. I'm sure you guys have an idea. It's Mahomes and something else. That's all I'm saying. Dipping on that part. All right. So then let's talk about the first ridiculous call. And I'm going to ask you both, and I want fans who are watching, which we don't have a lot of them watching tonight, but I want to ask you. The first question is, was that a catch? Shane, was that that what is it, 30-yard bomb that the ball clearly hits the ground? Was that a catch or was that an incomplete pass?
Yeah, it's an incomplete pass because both players had slight possession of the ball when it hits the ground. If Worthy had complete possession of the ball and it hits the ground, it doesn't really move. But with the way they were coming down and everything, that is not a catch. The ball, it hits the ground. It's, it traps.
If you look, the ball did move just ever so slightly because you just said it. It trapped onto his body. It moved.
Yes, that was
so.
not.
What do you agree, Hank? Was that incomplete?
Yeah, of course it was incomplete. And
you even heard the fans, like you heard like the rule. What Gene Steratore was like. I'm calling it an incomplete pass. And then Tony Romo said yes, incomplete pass, and Jim Nance even said it too. The fans were like, "Oh, that's an incomplete pass." And what do they do? The call on the field stands. Like, how the heck does it stand? Like, is there not enough evidence to overturn that call?
No,
oh.
No, it was irritating as hell. I mean, I'm having to take another bite of my Snickers because of that.
Let's look at the second ridiculous call. Well, I mean, there's a bunch of them, but this one is absolutely this was the entire game right here. Josh Allen, he got the damn first down. There is no other camera angle to look at. And if you look, here's the line of gain, and here's Josh Allen. This is positive. This is the negative. He gets a good half yard to maybe even a yard past the line to gain to get the first down. And here's what got even stranger. Look at the two referees when they're coming in. You have the bottom ref. He's on the other side of, and I just did the dar sign, on the other side of the line. And then you have the top referee who's running in, has already claimed that had the line to gain. Then you have the main referee running in, and they're all like these two are lining together, but all of a sudden you see him going like this. And like Tony Romo and even Gene Steratore said, I don't know how they transitioned down. But like they look at their review, everything, and and this was even crazy. Gene Steratore, God, I love him. He's a great rules analyst. He even drew the damn line of where the first down is, and they showed Josh Allen past it, like the entire time. Then he gets pushed back, and Gene Steratore goes, "That was he absolutely got a first down," but yet somehow he didn't.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that you can't have more referees at these angles.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was. Like we can talk all day about the referees, like kind of jokingly, the referees on a team's side or something like that. But three referees can't get can't get all angles, and you can't have more than three referees out there because that's too many whistles that can be blown during it.
Yeah, that's right. But to be fair, Hank, you know it. I know it. Hell, the whole freaking football world knows it. That's a first down.
Of course.
He got the first down.
Stop.
He absolutely did.
Of course he did. But that just goes to show you how, kind of screwed up the system is as far as, like, as opposed to like a challenge call, a referee can make I made a mistake call sort of thing. Somehow the NFL could figure that out. That's above my pay grade. That's even above my intelligence level, because if you do that, then it looks like you're cheating as well. But there's got to be a system in play to where the referees, or even like the commission or whatever, puts it into play that if a referee makes a mistake, no challenge call or nothing, because that's ridiculous.
Oh, 100%. Look, but I'm telling you that, and I even told you guys this before. There is an actual curse. For whatever reason, the damn curse is real for the Buffalo Bills. There really is a curse. I mean, I don't know what it is. Like, what is preventing them from getting? What do you think is preventing them from getting over that hurdle?
It's I want to say that there's been times within the past recent years that their defensive secondary has really let them down. Their running game, be it not this year, but their running game, they didn't have the front four or the front seven really to stop Kansas City and their quick pass run game this year. But I think, they don't have those. They really haven't had a major star on defense and all. And, you think Sean McDermott, you think defensive prowess. Yes, they are up there good and they're competitive, but, there's just these key pieces that whatever team they face at that time seems to have that edge on them because they don't have that one key piece here.
Yes, and Shane, you're almost there with what I was about to say. I think that it's a lack of defensive leadership myself. Last year they had Von Miller up there, but Von Miller's 33, 34 years old last year, and he can't be on the field during every play during a series. So there is very little lack of leadership on the secondary, because usually most of the time on defense, the secondary is the leader the secondary is usually the leader on that field as far as the defense goes, because they have the widest shot and they're able to call the plays a little bit, to call the audibles a little bit easier. And Von Miller was excellent at doing that. But since he only played like one play per series last year on the team, that was very much a lack of leadership. And that's what killed him last year was defense, not from a bad standpoint of talent, but from leadership.
Nail on the head right there. And we talked about this like with Josh Allen and the potential for that nearly $900 million deal.
Mm-hmm.
What else, though, do the Bills need to do to get that next level, to get to the damn Super Bowl at least? Like, what do they need to do to get back? If you realize, guys, it's been over 30 years that the Buffalo franchise hasn't been to the Super Bowl. That is a long time. What I'm gonna go with you, Hank. I'm gonna ask you right now. One question: what do they need to do? Do they need to get enhance their defensive line better? Do they need to get another rusher? Like, what do they need physically just to get them to the damn Super Bowl at start?
You know what? I honestly don't know, and I'm going to tell you why. I think that they had. All right, Shane was talking about this a few weeks ago, and I agreed. I sort of agreed with him, but talking about how they were, they were the ones that are favored to go to the Super Bowl and stuff like that. I kind of agreed with him, and I didn't at the same time. And the reason why I don't agree with him is because, quite frankly, I think they've got everything they need, with the exception of what I just said earlier about leadership on the defense. But I think that, honestly, Kansas City is just out-coaching everybody, outclassing everybody, and quite frankly, out-weaseling them on the field. So there's not really much more that the Bills can do, at least not until I sit down and really look at it and hear, like, comparisons and stuff like that. Because there's no way. I mean, what the hell else can they do, man? I mean, I mean, they beat them in this during the season. You know what I'm saying? During the regular season, and they couldn't get the job done during the playoffs. I don't think there's that much more you can do on it. I think that it's just they got outclassed, outcoached, outweaseled this whole game.
Yeah, I'm trying. I can't wrap my head around it. Look, I'm a big fan of Josh Allen. Like I told you guys before, I really honestly wanted Atlanta to draft Josh Allen to be the eventual replacement for Matt Ryan. I really did. Excuse me. I got to watch him play at Wyoming because, I'm a University of Hawaii guy. We play Wyoming. I got to see him. And I distinctly told our good friend Brian Kajiyama, I said, damn, I think Josh Allen is going to be legit in the league. And he said, I think so too, because of how good he was at Wyoming. And, and guys, if you haven't had a chance to go on our YouTube page right now, Hank has shared it too. We've all shared it. It's the shorts video of us talking about Josh Allen and the potential $900 million contract. Check it out today. Yeah. Remember, at the Sportz Nutz 176 on YouTube. It's literally right there in there. Check it out because we want to hear your thoughts too. Right. We know what has happened. Okay. We know for whatever reason, there really is some type of curse that is against the entire Buffalo franchise. But Josh Allen is the answer. I don't they had EJ Manuel. EJ Manuel was not going to get them to the promised land. I never thought he had that. He was that way when they drafted him. I said that was a bad selection by Buffalo. Josh Allen is the answer. Let's ask you fans right now. And I want you guys, you can chime in on the chat. You can go on our YouTube page and watch the video and give us your answer there. Is Josh Allen worthy of a nearly $900 million deal? You don't have to, you can answer now. You don't have to, but we want to hear your thoughts. We really do. Because I think, honestly, everything I've seen, yes, I think he absolutely does. Only I will give a stipulation. I wouldn't give him $900 million. I would probably lean towards, like a $750 million contract just because I want to be able to build pieces around him. But Shane, after seeing what you saw, after knowing what we've talked about, is Josh Allen worthy of that almost $900 million contract in your eyes?
I wholeheartedly believe it. I mean, he's carried that team through the ups and downs. Now, that $9 million, that $900 million, I'm not sure. Maybe in your range of $750 because these guys are getting up there in age just a little bit between him and Mahomes. They came out virtually the same year. So I mean,
it's crazy that Josh Allen and Mahomes been in the league going on 8 years.
Yeah, so
that's literally what's going on.
So I mean, I could see maybe a smaller number of years on the contract, but I still say that it's shown that he's up for the contract this year. He should be, if not the highest paid, but one of the top 3 highest paid quarterbacks in the league.
So what do you think, Hank? Like I said, the same thing I asked him. Knowing what we know and what we have seen now and what we talked about last episode, is a few episodes ago, is Josh Allen worthy of a contract closely resembling the $900 million?
Like I said this before to Shane a few weeks ago when we talked about this. No. I mean, it's based upon, okay, Mahomes is getting paid $500 million for what? How many years? 10 years?
10 years, yep.
Okay. That's Mahomes. He's won 3 rings already, and he's probably going to win this one. I mean, I hope he doesn't, but I think he's going to win this one. So he's going to win 4 over a 5-season period, or 6 seasons period, should I say. When you pay, all right, if you pay Josh Allen $600 million for 10 years or whatever it is he's going to get paid for, you're paying because you appreciate him. You're paying for what he's done for the culture. You're paying for what he's done. When you pay him $900 million, you're paying him on what you potentially think he can do. And quite frankly, he hasn't gone to the playoffs. And I said this in the short video. I'm repeating myself, of course, but I said this in the short video. He hasn't gone to the Super Bowl yet, much less won the Super Bowl. And you're talking about paying him nearly $1 billion. Get the hell out of here. No. I agree with Shane. Maybe the top 3 highest paid quarterbacks in the league. Mahomes is the highest paid, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes. But, I mean, if they paid him a little bit more, like around the $600 million range, I wouldn't hate that because I think he's a Bill for life. I really do. And he loves the city. He loves the team. Good, wholesome guy. All that good jazz. But no, not $900 million. You're going to make this man a billionaire based upon potential? No.
I mean, he has shown he can lead this franchise. Absolutely. But, you got to build more than just one piece around the team, and I'm going to give an example of teams who are stupid for their cap hits. Look, I don't know if you guys knew this, but 2025-26 season for the Dallas Cowboys, how much do you think Dak Prescott accounts for that cap hit? Because it's a number that's damn near close to $100 million.
Something? Yeah, Shane, you want to go first before I say something?
Oh, well, I was going to say, that the cap hit is we see it across the teams now, but this year the salary cap significantly increased. It was rising up a little bit, but it took a big jump this year because we're seeing all these big contracts come out. But some teams need to take a page out of baseball's handbook and do back heavy contracts or deferred payments and see how bad of a idea that is in football. But hey, we still got Benny Bonilla Day. So
it doesn't.
45, right?
Yeah, and
then you also got the Dodgers. I mean, come on now.
Yeah. It's just, baseball, whole different animal with that salary cap. So that's they don't have a salary cap. As a matter of fact, in baseball,
they don't. No, they don't.
That's what taxes.
Yeah, well, so technically football does too, but they're outlawing that, and they have outlawed it. So, but no, and I'm going back to what I was about to respond to Brandon when the first thing he said. But look, I am just as good. I've been broadcasting for years. I have the voice for it. I've got the wit and the talent for it. I'm just as good as Pat McAfee. But guess what? I'm still sitting in the dirt, as a washed up radio broadcaster, and still trying to keep capitalizing on these things. Brett, now that Josh Allen has lost the game, he's at the bottom again, and he's got to work his way up just like everybody else. Everybody starts with a zero record.
Unless you're Dallas.
I'm done. I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Yep. Look, all right. So you got, folks who don't know, Dak Prescott's cap hit is $89.9 million against their salary cap next year. Aaron Rodgers, which, by the way, I'm going to say this is all indications is he's done. Unless the Vegas Raiders decide to, take a shot in the dark. I don't think they will because they're going to get Shador Sanders. But if the Jets were to pick up Aaron Rodgers on his option for this year, $101.5 million cap hit just alone on him. That's crazy for him. And look, Aaron Rodgers he's done his time. He's a good quarterback. Hang it up, dude. Just hang the damn helmet up. Call it a day. Whatever. All right. So look, we've spent a long time on this. 45 minutes on this alone. All right. So I wanted to talk about this real quick. I think it's a right move, honestly, for Cliff Kingsbury. He said, "Thanks, but no thanks" to the New Orleans Saints job. Look, Cliff Kingsbury, he's doing things that hell, you don't see really in a lot. And I think give him a little more time, right? He will be another head coach in the NFL. Yes. I'd say probably another year or two and he'll do it. But I think he did the smart the smart thing by saying no to go into New Orleans. Look, New Orleans is they're an absolute dumpster fire right now. They really are. And look, it makes me nothing but happy to hear the New Orleans Saints lose out on everything because I hate the Saints. They're my team's biggest rival. I'm the Atlanta Falcons, thick and through. But I think, honestly, what New Orleans needs to do is you really have to implode and start all over again. And I know that's not in the nature of them. You still have Derek Carr, which you're going to be hit for a significant amount on the cap. You just re-signed Alvin Kamara. You still, I think this next year is actually the last official year that Michael Thomas is able to rip money out of the New Orleans Saints pocket. But be honest, guys, I'm going to ask you, start with you, Shane, first. I got to take some medication real quick. But do you think it was a good decision for Cliff Kingsbury to opt out of going to New Orleans?
I think it is. I think that you can see and kind of tell where when he said it. He doesn't want to take that step again. And you see a lot of the younger coaches that come in and get these head coaching jobs and then eventually become assistants. You see them become greater coaches more so as assistants now. So, and then if they actually do get that role as a head coach and have some success, you see it. A lot of them staying. Like LaFleur in Green Bay. McVay in Los Angeles. Even McDaniels in Miami. They've had some success. So I think that it's good that he's taking a step back. I'm not sure. Are we going to have another Tampa Bay Jacksonville situation? But I think Cliff is kind of dead set on staying there. I think they've got a good thing going, especially with that young quarterback.
Daniels.
Yeah, I mean he's as of this season that we've seen from him would be the next coming of what would you say Patrick Mahomes kind of quarterback kind of deal with his talent level and where he got them in his first year. I believe you see that. So that's another reason why I think he's staying as well. Generational type talent, you want to be around it.
I got one for better. He reminds me a lot of his playing style of Randall Cunningham.
I can see
because Cunningham was, flick of the wrist, go. He was cool. And I'm quoting the great late Stuart Scott, cooler than the other side, like the other side of the pillow, because he was calm, cool, and collective. And when he would just throw the ball. And Randall Cunningham, he was mobile, but Randall Cunningham, just like Jaden Daniels, he did not want to be mobile. He was mobile, but he preferred to be a pocket passer, which Jaden Daniels has come out and even said he wants to be a pocket passer first, then mobile quarterback, because it prolongs your career. But
of course,
I really feel that, if I had to put apples to apples, I would say that he's like Randall Cunningham. And when Matt will be here any minute. When he comes on, we're going to ask him that question. Who would you compare Jaden Daniels to of the past? And let's see what he says and see if he agrees with it. Because Randall Cunningham, look, we all got the chance to watch him. And people who are watching, if you got a chance to watch Randall Cunningham, he was a talent unlike any other. And just so you guys know, it was not a fluke kind of thing at Philadelphia. He went to Minnesota, and he led Minnesota to a 15-1 regular season, dominated. And just for bleep and giggles, who was the team that knocked Randall Cunningham out of the playoffs again? It would be my Dirty Birds all the way. Yep, Atlanta Falcons, 98. So that's what he compares to. All right, so I'm gonna ask you this quick question, Hank. Did Cliff Kingsbury do the right thing by saying thanks but no thanks to the New Orleans Saints? In your eyes.
I mean, honestly, if he's down there and he saw what the organization's like, because he had an interview with him,
Yeah.
And if he got a bad vibe of it, I wouldn't blame him. I don't think it's a bad thing that he said no. I mean, why would you? They have a reputation as a terrible organization to work for. It's amazing that Sean Payton has won a Super Bowl down there. And even then, got suspended for what he did down there. So
yep. Bountygate.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, obviously we're fans from the inside out or from the outside looking in. But if that has a reputation like that, and then all of a sudden, like he says, I'm good, then are you truly surprised?
No.
No.
I say good on him. Look, Cliff Kingsbury is an offensive genius. He really is.
Yes, he is.
And
yes,
he had Kyler Murray not used his Napoleon complex against him for Arizona. Who knows what could have happened with him? We don't know. We'll never know. But here's the next question for Cliff Kingsbury. Do you want an up-and-coming, generational talent, like Zane just said, with Jaden Daniels, or do you want somebody who's on the back half of their career, maybe even in the last couple of years of their career, with the potential to see what you could get or what you actually are going to get? Because, look, I mean, I'm telling you guys, Derek Carr, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I wanted Atlanta to maybe sign him. I really did. I didn't want them to sign or draft Desmond Ridder. And no, that was absolutely the dumbest decision in the history of decisions. But Derek Carr, he doesn't have much time left. And New Orleans, the fan base, as passionate and as rowdy as they are, they've grown weary. We have some good friends, the down south sports fanatics. They're New Orleans Saints people. They're frustrated with Derek Carr. They're ready to see him go. Ladies and gentlemen, the man himself has decided to join us.
Oh man!
All right, so Matt, let's. All right, so we asked this question.
Yeah.
And here's my comparison. All right, Jaden Daniels. We're talking about Cliff Kingsbury. He said thanks, but no thanks to the New Orleans Saints job. Great
Smart
decision,
move.
I feel.
Smart move.
So, and we just said, and I don't know if you heard me just say, you have once in a lifetime generational talent with Jaden Daniels, who is just starting. Or does Cliff Kingsbury want to go to a dumpster fire organization who has a quarterback who's on the last gasp of his career? He may only have 2 years left, really, in the NFL. Does he want to stay with a what if, or does he want to stay with what will kind of be? And I think it's a great move. Matt, goodness, Hank thinks it's a great move. Shane thinks it's a great move. What do you think? Do you think this was a great idea for Cliff Kingsbury to say no and stay with Washington?
Yeah, man. I actually think it was a great idea for him. But what he doesn't want to do is he doesn't want to fall into the Eric Bieniemy mode, where you stay at someplace for too long, where you kind of not only overstay your welcome, but your hype dies down. He doesn't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, what happened to him out there in Arizona, man, I don't think it was entirely his fault. As you know, man, Kyler Murray wasn't studying the playbook and was too busy on Call of Duty. And he ended up getting the blame for that. And people forget, man, Cliff Kingsbury was the it guy coming out of college. He was the number one guy as far as
he did great things at Texas Tech.
Yeah, we have to get Cliff Kingsbury. We have to get Kingsbury. And when he got him, he underperformed with Arizona. Granted, I don't think they had the roster. It was just Kyler Murray and the others. And Kyler Murray isn't a perennial All-Pro as well. So it's not like, he's just blowing everybody out of the water. But getting back on topic here, I think it was a smart move. You go ahead and you look at the New Orleans Saints, man, and everybody knows I watch the Falcons, and those are the rivals.
That's how you and I both feel.
But I'm going to bring this to a universal. I'm going to give you a universal take on this. Not only is Derek Carr their quarterback, their backup is Spencer Rattler, and I don't see him really panning out in this league unless he changes his attitude. They just don't have the team. They got hurt by the contracts of Drew Brees.
They're still in cap hell.
They are definitely in cap hell. They have the worst. Now, hear me out. They have the worst cap situation in the league right now.
Yep.
The worst. And it's going to be another few seasons, man, before they even can break even again and start, signing big free agents, man. But until then, they're not going to sign anyone. The location where they're at, they're in New Orleans, man. I mean, I've been to New Orleans a couple of times before, and you'd be happy to know, Brandon, when I got this video of this, when I got there for the first time ever, and I got in front of the Superdome, I booed all the way around on that highway. I booed them. I had to do it. Booed them.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
But no, man. I think it was a great move. I don't think the Saints have anything to offer right now to anybody. Really, realistically, I mean, there'll be somebody's home eventually, man. There'll be a coach's home eventually, but I think Cliff Kingsbury is smart to stay where he's at.
So then here was the next question. Shane said, he's a generational, once in a lifetime kind of player. Jaden Daniels is. All right. And I said, I got one for you better. Jaden Daniels reminds me of a Randall Cunningham-like player, because you remember Matt, and I know you remember watching Randall play. He was very cool. He was calm. He was collected. He was extremely accurate. He could flick the wrist, and that ball would go 60, 70 yards. He didn't like being mobile, but he was mobile when he needed to be. And Jaden Daniels has even said he prefers to be a pocket passer first, scrambler second, because it does prolong the career. But also, Randall Cunningham, God, his accuracy was something I can remember when he played for the Vikings and they went 15-1. Our Dirty Birds knocked them out of it was supposed to be Minnesota's year. That was the year Minnesota was going to go 19-1. They were going to win the Super Bowl. They were going to hoist it. They were going to, 18-19, whatever it was. They were going to be the Super Bowl champs. Atlanta knocked them out. But every time Randall Cunningham threw a pass to Chris Carter, threw a pass to Randy Moss, it was a thing of beauty. And not to mention the fact that Randall Cunningham's body frame does remind me a lot of Jaden, because they're both very like thin and physically
Slender.
fit.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you, who would you put as your who would you compare your Jaden Daniels to? Like, would it be fair to say Randall Cunningham? Who would you compare him to?
Yeah, I can see the Randall Cunningham comparisons. I can definitely see that. However, that's a great question, man. If it was somebody a little bit more modern, I could say, I could say maybe a younger Drew Brees. I could see that. Maybe maybe a younger
Stoltz the Schwab.
Somebody who stays in the pocket more like a Breeze, but is not extremely big in stature.
Yes. That's where I'm going with that. And Drew Brees would tuck in and run if he needed to as well.
Sure. What about Warren Moon?
I was going to say that. I swear I was going to say
Warren Moon.
Warren Moon loves.
Definitely can see that. Definitely can see that. But I like the Randall Cunningham comparison a little bit, though. I like that comparison.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do, fans. Okay?
Another Eagle, Donovan. He stayed in the pocket a good bit.
Yeah,
Donovan did as well.
Donovan had his moments where he could be a mobile quarterback.
Yeah, I feel like naming Donovan. I feel like naming McNabb was a little bit kind of an easy target, so to speak. Does that make sense?
But when McNabb had to kind of go bowl up and truck, McNabb was still 6'5", 240 or something like that.
He was still
no doubt. No doubt. I just thought it was like a low hanging fruit to compare him to like Donovan McNabb. But when he said Brandon said Randall Cunningham, I'm like, okay, I didn't even think about that at first, but I'm like, yes, absolutely. And then my second choice was Warren Moon. I was like, yeah, because Warren preferred to stay in the pocket. He was like, I don't want to step outside that pocket. That's why them linemen get paid the big bucks.
There you go.
Also remember, folks, there is a stupid stigmatism attached, and no offense to Matt, that African-American quarterbacks are traditionally mobile quarterbacks.
Yes.
But we can also thank who for that, Matt?
Michael Vick.
That's right.
You got Vick, definitely, man.
Vick was the one who started it. So, so it's not just because they're African-American they're black quarterbacks doesn't mean They want to be mobile. They want to play to win the game.
Yeah, Vic started it, and Jameis Winston ended it. So there we go.
Yeah, I think that one of the things like guys like Lamar Jackson, I think guys like black quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson and a handful of others like that, they realize, wait a second, if I keep running this ball, I'm more vulnerable outside the pocket anyway. You know, it's like, why do I need to do that? I've got this lineman, you know, behind my ass that is protecting
There's
me.
like 600 pounds between two people. They're gonna.
Yeah. It's like when I turn around, he's right behind me, protecting me, and he's the second highest paid player on the squad. I'm like, maybe I should utilize that more as opposed to stepping outside of that pocket where I'm more vulnerable to get attacked by 6 or 7 guys at the same time when I'm not built like a running back.
Exactly. All right, so here's what we're going to ask you fans today. I know there's not a lot watching tonight. I know they're not, but it will come. You can comment on our YouTube page. You can comment on our Twitter page, our Facebook page. You can comment on this gentleman's Facebook page. You can comment on this guy's page right here. You can even comment on, let's see if I can do it. 444. Yeah, right there. Never mind. Forget it. You can comment on Matt's page as well right now or whenever. You can comment on there, okay? Let us know, who does Jaden Daniels remind you of as far as a former NFL quarterback? You've already heard ours. Could be Randall Cunningham. We have said Warren Moon. Hank has even thrown in Donovan McNabb.
No, that was Shane.
Shane threw in Donovan McNabb. You know, I mean, we want to hear your chance. We want you to chime in. So, and real quick, let you guys know again, at the Sportz Nutz 176 on YouTube, guys. So the YouTube page for that short that we created about Josh Allen and the almost $900 million contract is currently sitting at 987 views on YouTube. Our Twitter page is what's lighting it up. It's 588 views on that right now. That's over 1,200 views because of you guys doing it. Let us know what you think about could Josh Allen be a $900 million quarterback? And look, we tagged you, Bills Mafia. We tagged you on it. You guys are responding to it. Keep it going. Let us know if you think Josh Allen could be a $900 million quarterback. The next one is, let us know. We will read your comments and we will respond back to them. Who is Jaden Daniels remind you of as a former NFL quarterback? We've already mentioned, and how about this one? I got another one for you. Steve McNair. Remember Air McNair? He could drop a dime in an instant. Mm-hmm. And you know, Jaden Daniels, he can drop a dime.
Yeah.
And Steve McNair was very calm. It almost like, so the quarterbacks who had the most calm, cool, and collective type play, they were also some of the most successful of their time. So look, now you've heard Randall Cunningham, you've heard Warren Moon, Donovan McNabb, and Steve McNair. You let us know who you think Jaden Daniels could be like, and we will like to hear it. All right, so I want to move on to this because we're running a little long. This is actually really interesting read that has happened. The Phoenix Mercury, they have acquired 5-time All-Star forward Alyssa Thomas from the Connecticut Sun. Matt, this is huge. You know, like, I mean, here's what the Sun they're going to get: Natasha Cloud, Rebecca Allen, and the number 12 overall pick for this year's draft.
Wow! And
then the Mercury are also sending Ty Harris, which not the best, but the big one is Alyssa Thomas. This is a huge move. What do you think? Like, did they just pull a rabbit out of their hat and, you know, get like basically a bar of gold chocolate for nothing?
Well, let's reiterate, and let's, you know, look at the predecessor of the Kelsey Plum trade that also went down.
Yeah, that's right.
I think now we're going to start seeing a lot more WNBA trades now as they, you know, grow in popularity and as they grow as a whole. I don't think that they were just pulling this out of there, you know what, man. I think Well, I think Alyssa will definitely help her new squad. And I think these teams are going to start. Teams are now starting to build for the future as well. You're starting to see that, which is rare. You don't see that in the WNBA. They just try to get as much players as they can, but they can see the light at the end of the tunnel. They can see the longevity that this new NIL on social media and these new up and coming stars that are coming, like Juju Watkins and so many others that are in college right now, Paige Beckers, and they're seeing these players about to come in, and then they're getting ready for it. And these are like some high level players about to come in. Audie Crooks, another one, the big girl. Audie Crooks. It's about to be some big, massive stars coming into the WNBA. So we're about to see a shift change. You're about to see a change of the young star come into the WNBA. So I just think teams are getting prepared. Some teams are going into win now mode, and some teams are going into rebuild mode. And it's going to be one or the other. But I think all these teams made good trades for themselves.
Hey, I want to give a special shout out. Look, our guy, Andre Duncan, the South Carolina Ravens. As you guys know, we are the official podcast of your South Carolina Ravens. Chiming in. Good to see him as always. scravensfb.com. Get your tickets today.
Yes.
Single game tickets just went on sale. Season tickets are still a good option, but they're going like hotcakes. Get yours today immediately. Andre's got a lot of good stuff coming up for the team. All right, so Matt, I wanted to also share this about this. I don't know if you saw this. The Atlanta Dream, they sold out season tickets again, back-to-back seasons. And here is the crazy thing to also mention on this one, Matt. The Dream did it in a 2-day period.
Wow.
Which is unheard of in WNBA fandom. I mean, and look, Andre just said season ticket price right there.
Hey,
what?
All right.
I'm
yes,
sorry.
sir, boss. Yes, indeed.
Brittany Griner just signed with the Dream.
What?
No.
Yep, ESPN just broke it across the thing.
No freaking way. If that's true, that is going to be good for the Dream. Look, Dream, I promise you, there is some. Let's get back to the WNBA Finals. Dadgum. I mean, I'm tired of this bottom feeder crap. The Dream is a good team. Let's get it going.
Yeah.
They really did just put Brittany Griner. I'm proud of the Dream. They're making the moves necessary. Let's get it going. All right, so now.
I just got the notification.
Just got it too.
Dealing with the.
That's what I'm. I'm looking at it too on Bleacher Report. So yeah.
Yeah, just got it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you're hearing it right now on the Sportz Nutz.
Breaking news.
Brittany Griner has signed with the Atlanta Dream. Yes, sir. Let's go Dream.
Yeah. You're walking around town, walking around the city.
Hey, and look. That's right. Look, guys, I promise you, we're gonna be. This summer is gonna be a lot of fun for the Sportz Nutz and for the fans, because we're planning on outings as a team. Okay, Matt and I were just talking the other day actually about this. Let's do something. I said let's go to a Braves game. Where we all four of us go. And we will all ascend to Matt's house, and we'll all stay at Matt. No, I was kidding. We're staying at Matt.
I was going to say the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, we're going to see the Atlanta Braves.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll pinch my nose while I'm watching it, but all right,
Oh,
it's about the experience, man. It's about the experience.
I'm kidding. I would love to actually do that one day. I'm just a hardcore St. Louis Cardinals fan, so I will pull for the Braves as long as they're not playing for the Cardinals. How's that?
There we go. And then we can all go to Wahlburger, prior to that again.
Dude, I went to Wahlburger up in Boston. Oh
man.
So how about this? All right. Here's what we're gonna do. All right, Mom, I'm advertising your house. Matt knows where Mom lives. Shane, you don't know where my mom lives. My mom lives in Roswell. Mom has a big enough house. she can accommodate all four of us quite easily. We will all ascend to the great city of Roswell, Georgia. Hank, you may have to ride down with me. We'll, you can fly. Dude, the Southwest is like 50, no, or not. Southwest is not official partner of the Sportz Nutz. Although Southwest were listening, it's like $30 to fly from Memphis to Greenville, Spartanburg International. And Shane will tell you we're only like
whoa. My man Hank said first class or no dash. Sorry.
Okay, $45.
Hey, you know what? I'll fly first. I'll fly first class as long as it's not extremely expensive. I have flown first class before.
So what you'll do? You'll hop a flight from Memphis to Greenville, Spartanburg. Shane will tell you. Both him and I, like, we're kind of literally in the middle of like. So Shane's like 15, 20 minutes from GSP. I'm like 20, 25 minutes from GSP's door.
I'll make about 10.
Yeah, because he does drive like 100 miles an hour. So just saying.
No, I drive,
but
no, I don't.
Yeah, I'm Cadillac. I don't drive fast at all.
There we go.
So
hey, I said the
anyway,
control.
Yeah, that's right. So anyways, what we'll do, we will all get together. Hank, you'll ride down with me. Shane, you'll ride down with me as well. I got a big enough vehicle to put us all in there. We'll put the Sportz Nutz merchandise in there. We'll go to Mom's. Matt, you will come to Mom's too. We will do an episode at Mom's house. Mom has it's a 3-story home, so we can literally be anywhere. We will broadcast from Mom's. We will go to our outing at the Atlanta Braves at Truist Park. Hell, we'll try our best to get people to be like, hey, there's the Sportz Nutz. They're over here at Truist Park. Something like that. We will do it.
Brandon, remember, I like rose petals in my room, and I make sure the mint is on the pillow, dead center of the pillow.
Sorry.
That's hilarious. I'll be right
You're
back.
getting an Andy's mint, and that's all it is.
The towel animals. The towel animals.
Do you want it to be the towel in the shape of a dove or a goose? So look, as you see, guys, we're planning. We're gonna have a phenomenal start so far to 2028, and it's just getting going. Look, guys, obviously we've bent your ear for a good hour and 13 minutes. Excuse me. Let's recap what we have discussed. Matt, unfortunately, missed out on the conversation, but we're going to talk about it again just real quick. All right. Matt, we saw the most ridiculous plays ever called for the Patrick Mahomes. Not Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to ask you this. I asked the guys already. I'm going to ask you this. Was that a catch or was it a drop pass?
Hey, look, man. It's whatever the refs called it,
No, because G. Steratore even said that was a drop pass. He said it.
He wasn't out there on the field.
He was right next to Tony Romo, though.
He was next to Tony Romo up in the booth. He wasn't,
Yep.
he wasn't.
It was a drop pass.
Hey, look, man. The refs saw it differently. What can you say?
All right, next
now,
one.
as far as the Bills getting that first down or not.
Yeah, that was about to say, here's the line. Josh Allen is on the right side. And for whatever reason, the referees,
where's the football, though? Where's the football?
The football was on the right side of that first down line mark. And here was the crazy thing. If you look back at the video footage, right? The line judge from up top is running in on the positive side. The line judge on the back side is on the negative side. However, the head referee is on the same exact side, agreeing with the head judge on the right of the top. And then a player walks in front of them, and they both drift back to the other side, and they say it's inconclusive. Play stands, whatever. The Bills got robbed, plain and simple.
The sky cam shows, like, I know it's kind of skewed because it's kind of from behind, but it shows almost his whole numbers past the line.
Yeah, it shows him in the ball. It shows that ball, and he got the first down. That was the first down.
Unfortunately, the refs don't have access to the sky cam at that moment in time.
Yeah, but
they have access to the review.
You look at it. You remember when they threw that incomplete to Coleman on the right sideline, where he was kind of a jump ball deal. Josh Allen wasn't pointing for a receiver to go somewhere. If you look at it, number 13, is getting mugged by one of the Kansas City defenders, and he's calling it out during the middle of the play. No flag.
Yep. Patrick Mahomes. And then I sent you that video, Matt. But for those who did not see the video, folks, get ready. There's Kitty Chiefs are taking their money and dropping it off at the referees' locker room for helping them win.
The cart's jogging at the end is the funny part.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Wait, what was that a video of?
All right. So
Money Bills.
it says,
Money Bills.
yeah, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. It's from NFL Memes. It's a Facebook page. It says the Kansas City Chiefs delivering payment to the referee's locker room after securing another trip to the Super Bowl. And as you see, it's a new time, all that cash. Here comes Shane's favorite part. Ready? Running.
That's a lot of cash, baby.
That's it.
That's a lot of cash, baby.
That was it. So they helped him out. Yeah. Look, fans, we want you guys to seriously go on our YouTube channel right now. Chime in. We want to hear where the Bills rob. And look, Bills Mafia, I tagged you on our Facebook show. I mean, our Sportz Nutz shorts. That's a say that 3 times fast. With, do you think Josh Allen deserves a $900 million like contract? If not, what would you think he's worthy of? Shane has said $600 million. Hank has said the same around the same lines as $600 million. I said $750. Matt, what say you?
He's a top 3 quarterback in the league. And he's going to be a top 3 quarterback in the league for the next 5, 6, 7 years, man.
Shane said that too.
Yeah, you pay him what he's worth, man. Pay him what he's worth. You got to look at the number, the TV money, the salary cap increase, what's going to happen, and teams don't want the quarterback to take up a certain percentage of their, or a player to take up a certain percentage of their cap. I'm pretty sure every team has a limit, but you have exceptions, man, and I look at him as one of the exceptions. At the end of the day, you look at it, cannon for an arm, and not only that,
global.
He can truck any D lineman in the league, man. So that's very rare. So you look at Mahomes. Mahomes can't do that, man. Mahomes can't do what he does when he runs that. He's a perfect mix of Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. I mean, call it what you want, man. And Derrick Henry. He got some Derrick Henry in there too, man.
Yes, he does.
But no, he's a unique player. You got to pay him what he's worth. I would give him. I mean, it depends on the years. Like Shane said a couple episodes ago, it depends on the years as well.
All right, let's say 10 years. Minimum you have to give is 10 years.
10 years. And Mahomes got what, $500 million for 10 years?
Yeah.
Of course, increasing cap. I give him. He's gonna get probably a little bit more than what Mahomes got. He's gonna get more than what Mahomes got. I mean, just due to inflation. I mean, he's going to get more. So I say he gets like a $600 million contract, 10 years, or he can get that. So 3
out of the 4 are saying 600. Shane has doubled down and said he'll be the top 3. Then Hank did reiterate what Shane said. Matt, you too have also said he'll be the top 3. We're all in agreement. He'll be the top 3 highest paid players in the NFL. I say 750. Hank, Shane, and Matt have said 600. What say you, fans? We want to hear from you guys. Let us know. Real quick, got to give a shout out to UGA, guys. They're going to end up walking away with this victory. South Carolina basketball, man, they really have – they've stumbled as of late. Look, last year they had that improbable run with Lamont Paris. They're going to – right now, South Carolina is 10-10. They're 0-7 in SEC play. Remember, we all talked about this is going to be an interesting start to the SEC play. Carolina is going to fall to 0-8. They're going to leave this game under 500. That's a really big drop. I don't know, man. Like,
I know you see.
Yeah.
I know you see Cooper Flag starting to go off a lot.
Dude, he is lighting it up.
I mean, he started off kind of but now he's just. I'm seeing 29, 8-7, 30.
Hey,
He had a 42-point game, 42, 7 and 7.
40,
You're starting to see these all around fantastic games. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a believer. I thought, maybe he got a couple of draft picks on 2 boys at Rutgers. I thought they would probably get picked ahead of him, man. But nah, Cooper Flag is shown.
I'm putting my hand in this one here, Matt, and I want you to join me with this too. Landry Fields, make it happen.
It's not gonna happen, man. We're winning.
Make it happen.
There's no
Get
way.
some damn lottery balls, those little ping pong balls. It only takes one. It only takes one.
Hawks won't be in the lottery, man. Hawks are overachieving. They won't be in the lottery this year. Unless Trey Young gets injured and they hit a nosedive, they're not going to.
Hey, congratulations. This just in. Trey Young out for the year with a ingrown toenail. There you go. Atlanta, you now have a 25% chance of nailing the number 1 pick.
This is a deep draft, man. So I feel good about any one of our picks. It's going to be good. A deep draft.
It's going to be fun. I'm enjoying. And then, all right. So real quickly, Bill Belichick's son. He got his pink slip today from the Patriots. Thoughts, comments, concerns, questions?
He will be joining Bill Belichick soon.
That's right. That is true. And obviously I'm not crying. I'm not crying. You're crying. All right, real quick. Let's go around the table and then we'll start wrapping it up. Matt, start with you. Aaron Rodgers, is he done? Or does he have, magic left to play for, like, say, the Las Vegas Raiders or whomever?
I think the Jets are going to give him one more year.
Really? I think that from everything I've read, it looks like he's done. It really does. Ooh. All right, Hank. Is Aaron Rodgers done, or does he have one more year?
One more year. He came back too soon. I don't care what anybody says.
I agree.
What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think, Shane?
I think he's got 2 if they make a playoff run wherever he is.
He won't make a playoff run in the Jets. The Jets are too much of a dumpster situation.
Not really, man. They got good pieces on their team, man. They got Big Quentin Williams. They got his brother in the linebacker position. Yeah. You got C.J. Mosley. I mean, you got Sauce Gardner. You got.
You can have all the talent in the world, though. It really comes down to your coaching and your owner.
Hall. They got a good offensive line with a Vera Tucker. I mean, they got
it. All right, let's revisit that again, Rocco. They have it, yes, but where was it last year?
Again, Aaron Rodgers came back a little too early. His timing was
no. It's the coaching.
I'm getting there.
It goes down to the coaching and the ownership. The owner of the Jets, they're terrible. They absolutely are one of the worst. You know who they remind me of? Do you remember the Taylors that owned the Atlanta Falcons before Arthur Blank?
Oh gosh,
that's what they remind me of. They reminded me about where can I get my next amount of money to go blow it elsewhere on stupid shit. That's exactly what the Taylors did for the Atlanta Falcons. And then Arthur Blank came in. He has essentially saved the franchise. Although I can name quite a bit of people who say old Artie got to retire because the people are starting to say he's delusional. So yeah, well, but you know what though? If all right, just for bleeps and giggles, I'm going to come back and say this. Okay, the Jets go 10-7. They clinched the number 7th seed in the AFC playoffs. Do they is it a one and done, or do they actually make a run?
I think they've got the talent there. If they've been that good all season, I wouldn't put it past them to make a run. I mean, we saw Washington make their run, and they've got a lot of weapons and a solid defense, and that's kind of what we saw Washington kind of eat on until they met an offense that can control the clock and kind of run the ball at will.
You know what? The piggyback off of Shane, I feel sorry for Washington, man, and their fans and their team because I don't think they're going to repeat the success that they had this year. I just don't think I don't see it. You got teams that are going to be the NFC going to be stronger, more healthy. I don't think they're not going to get a team that doesn't call a timeout. When they have 2 timeouts left and the ball with 30 seconds left at the 50-yard line, they're not going to get that again. Nope. So I mean, I feel bad for Washington fans, man. So I hope they enjoyed it this year. Next year, I think they won.
All right, and so Matt, I want to tag on that too. We know what Dan Quinn does. He peaks at like 1-2 years, and then it is, and he starts singing Tom Petty and I'm free falling.
You know what? I don't think so, because now they have a quarterback on a rookie contract. So they have a quarterback on a rookie contract, on a rookie deal right now for at least the next 4 years. So I think Washington's going to be good for the next 4 years, man, because they're not paying a quarterback. But when it's time to pay Jaden Daniels,
they're gonna be eating crow.
But they got to do 4 years. They got 4 years till they got to do it, man.
That's right. All right, look, guys. Our man right here has been waiting so patiently. Hank, let us know, man. What do you think? I'm gonna say it again. The Jets 10-7. Okay, they clinched the number 7 seed in the AFC playoffs. Do they make the run, or is it a one and done?
It's a one and done. I think it's a one and done. I mean, I'm sorry, they just don't. We talk about what they are now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What they are now. Like me and Matt said, Rodgers is too early for him to come back. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how much experience he has. When your body is not where it needs, I mean, you're always going to have a nagging injury, but when your body is not where it needs to be, that's where your mind is defocused from it. He's not known for a tremendous amount of injuries. He's not. This is a new concept for him. And I think that this is just not his year. Is next year going to be his year? Probably not. But he's going to have a tremendous, if he heals up right, he'll have a tremendously much better year next year. I didn't think about all the pieces that until Matt talked about it. So I'm on his side. All
right, real quick. Where does I'm gonna start with Matt. Where does Kirk Cousins land next? Where is Kirk Cousins at in the start of the 2025-26 season?
He's with the Atlanta Falcons. I think he's still going to be with Atlanta. I don't think nobody's going to trade for him. He's going to be with Atlanta, and I think Atlanta's going to release him. Now, to start the season, well, I think all that's going to happen in the offseason. I'm sorry. I think he's going to get released in the offseason. And it's Atlanta's going to take the hit. And it's
the
good.
Tag on that, Brandon Leak, he told me
years.
that.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon Leak did say that from what he has been told, that it will be a rather quick transition. We're going to see we're never going to see Kirk Cousins play in a Falcons uniform again. Obviously, I hate how it's gone, but reports are coming out left and right that Kirk Cousins, his physical play is not there anymore. That this could be his last season. There's a lot of talks. Cleveland was the favorite at one point to land him as a potential trade or even as a re-sign. Because if he does re-sign for somewhere, he's going to do it front-loaded contract. He's going to not have that no trade clause. He's going to bank again. Wherever I can tell you this, Kirk Cousins, wherever he goes, he is financially set for life already, and then some. And look, how about this, man? I will take you to his house. I know where it's at. It's in Alpharetta. I know it's actually right down the road off of Windward Parkway. You know where Windward Parkway is very well. Do you know where Brian and Jenny live? Mm-hmm. He lives 10 minutes from them. And I'll be happy to show you his $3.5 million home.
I'm going to pass on that one. I don't want anything to do with Kirk Cousins or anything of that affiliation. I'd rather just move on.
Yeah, I saw the movie Ted. It turns into an obsession.
You just took my breath away. You literally just took my breath away. What you said, I'm like, God damn, Ted. Oh, good show, good time, yeah. All right, guys, we had a really good episode. We've been your ear for an hour and 30 minutes. Real quick reminders. Thank you again to everybody who has watched. I know we had a slow night. It's okay though. You know what? Because we got to enjoy spending time with you guys. We had a really fun-filled conversation. We talked about the Patrick Mahomes versus the Buffalo Bills, not the Kansas City Chiefs. And, oh, by the way, Matt, I started the show also. I don't know if you saw this. Taylor Swift's dumb self came out and said she's excited to watch the greatest tight end in NFL history as her boyfriend. Do you think she forgot that there was another Kansas City Chief who is the GOAT at tight end play for them, or and he had his number retired, or what?
Well, Brandon, you got to look at this. Men lie. Women lie. Numbers do not lie. What are Travis Kelce's numbers in comparison to Mr. Gonzalez?
Tony Gonzalez is like leading in everything there ever was, and then some.
I'm pretty sure Kelsey passed him up.
He's not the
I'm not
greatest,
sure. I'm not. I got to double check. But nah, Brandon, I'm pretty sure Kelsey passed him up, man, because they made a big thing about it a couple of years ago. I'm pretty
He's
sure
not the greatest, though.
Touchdowns.
Huh?
In touchdowns, I think he has. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's all time or if it was just with the Chiefs, but I think he has.
All time. I think he passed him up all time. Because Travis Kelsey had an insane career, bro. If you go back and look at it, I think like 7-8 straight 1,000-yard seasons. I mean,
Even more than Gronkowski.
yeah, Gronkowski.
Yeah, Gronkowski only played like 10 seasons.
Yeah, Gronk was injured a lot. That's the thing. If Gronk was healthy, greatest tight end.
Had Gronk never got injured and he played every game, he would have like been past Tony Gonzalez in like year 7 kind of thing. That's how good of a player he was.
Even Jimmy Graham. Even Jimmy Graham didn't get hurt, man. He was
Graham had not. All it took was Jimmy Graham hurting his knee one time, and
it was a wrap.
that was it. He was done.
Yeah,
and he was touted as, and Jimmy Graham for a long time was touted as the
fits. Gave us.
he
fits.
was, and the Falcons hate him still.
Yes.
All right, so to answer your remark on that rebuttal, though, no, Tony Gonzalez is the GOAT. Tony Gonzalez will always be the GOAT. I have a football and a helmet sign, which you've seen, both signed by Tony Gonzalez, because you even asked me.
You're letting personal preference. You're letting personal preference play a hand in this, man. You know, you're letting personal preference play a hand in this. You know, look, man, I'm not a Travis Kelsey fan either, but he's pretty good, Brandon. He's pretty good.
I'm gonna go with Matt, even though I don't know the statistics. If I see the statistics, then because the only thing I will say, Tony Gonzalez. The only thing I'll say this is about is that Tony Gonzalez had way more athletic patterns on that field than Travis Kelsey ever did.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
I agree. Tony Gonzalez ran like a 4.4 or something like that. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Kelsey's great. I mean, he's one of the greats, if not the greatest of all time. But it's just Kelsey is kind of like the.
All right, you ready? All right. Here is the official stats for Tony Gonzalez. Okay. 1,325 total receptions, 15,127 yards, 111 touchdowns, averaged 11.4. Okay. All right. So now Travis Kelsey stats. All right. You ready?
All right.
Let's go to him. Okay.
We're going to end it on this too.
Yeah, we are. Travis Kelsey stats. Dun, 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 dun. His career stats are 1,004 receptions, 12,151 yards. He averaged 12.1 yards a catch, 77 total touchdowns. So I would like to reiterate this, Matt.
Who
is the GOAT?
Brandon. Your boy Gonzalez got 16 years in the league. How many years is Kelsey in the league?
He started in 13.
So Kelsey's only 10 years in. So Kelsey,
12.
I doubt Kelsey plays 6 more years. I
think he's done after two more years. That's it.
All right, but hey, look, man. Sometimes, Gonzalez was a bad boy. I saw him personally here in Atlanta, man. So I get it.
If you remember, you saw that lovely little helmet was sitting right behind you that I had for you.
This thing here,
that little dusty thing there. All right, tilt it up. Bring it to the camera.
We got some.
You got to show this. You got signature. All right, on there, right there. Nope, right there. Yep, see it. That top signature, which Matt has rubbed it. Really, Matt? What do
you want me to do, man?
You know who that is, right? You better know who that is. Who is it?
Absolutely. Did I say Tony Gonzalez?
It does.
Huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Matt has a Hall of Famer signature that he messed up. The helmet was probably worth more than it was that I paid for that damn thing.
I didn't mess it up. You gave it to me
$13. No, yeah, I gave it to you. Yeah. I paid $13. I think it's probably worth like $13,000. I don't know, whatever. Because Roddy White's on there too, and Willie Moore was on there. Remember Willie Moore? Good safety. All right, look, guys, we've had a really, really good show. I mean, I had a lot of fun I always have fun talking to my friends in sports. This is the most important thing is just to have fun. We have a fun show lined up. Matt and mine's favorite I'm going to call him side host, Abe Gordon. Shane, you know who he is. He is blessing us a fourth time from 92.9 The Game, the Abe TL show. Check him out, 929thegame.com. Abe Gordon will be joining us on Friday. And then, guys, Tuesday is it. So what we need to start doing is letting everybody know Jamal Lewis will be officially. And Matt asked me about this to confirm. I can. And look, I'm going to show you, Matt. You ready? I'm going to show you. Let me go to my emails here. All right. Do you see where it says Robert Swank? All right. So I'm going to tap it. And it says Jamal and I are good for the 4th at 7:30. So I told you. He messaged me back a lot. All right, Coach Bob Swank, the head football coach at Chamblee High School, and the running back coach, former NFL running back great Jamal Lewis of the Baltimore Ravens, will be chiming in with us. I told Matt this earlier. I didn't tell Shannon Hank. I'm very close to getting the hitting coach of the Baltimore Orioles to come on February 7th. It'll only be for about 15, 20 minutes. He's wanting me to message him on Friday, which I will do. If it's good to go, we will have, his name is Richard Cosgrove. He is the hitting coach for the Baltimore Orioles. He will be coming on, and I'm really excited to have him. Matt, you know who Brandon Gaudin is, right?
Absolutely.
Shane, do you know who he is?
It's not ringing a bell right now.
Do you know who he is, Hank?
Rings a bell, but I can't match a face with a name. Brandon
Gaudin. If you guys, for those who play MLB The Show on video consoles, also watch the Atlanta Braves. He is the play-by-play caller for TV. Well, he has tentatively agreed to February, like the end of February. He also is, because spring training is literally knock on the door. I'm very close to getting Brandon Gaudin to come on the show. I will keep you guys updated on that one. Fingers crossed that we get him on, because Brandon's a really good guy. I've talked to him. I've even I've been working my tail to get Jeff Francoeur. I played against Francoeur. He shut me down when I played against him at Parkview. Matt knows all about his career at Parkview. Jeff Francoeur. Look, Hank, I don't know if you know this. I used to play football and I was really good at it. And every time I went to play Parkview, I had to go against Jeff Francoeur. And I only got 2 receptions between the 2 games I played. And it was a total of 15 yards for both combined. That's how good of a shutdown corner he was. So we're trying to get Jeff Francoeur on. With that being said, guys, for our wonderful audience, thank you so much for watching tonight. Shane, what do you tell these lovely people?
Hey, and as always, I'm fixing to go get ready for work in the morning. Watch the end of this Kentucky-Tennessee game. Another top 15 SEC matchup that we'll see probably for the rest of the year, the way that they've all been playing. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace, love, and bacon grease.
Yes, peace, love, bacon grease. Hank, what do you say to these lovely people, sir?
Oh man! Once again, it's a privilege to talk to y'all out there in this audience. It's these type of episodes that I love, though, because it's everybody's just having fun with our friends here, and we hope that y'all have enjoyed that. It's a privilege for us to do it, and if we ever come off like we're above the audience, it's only by accident, because we definitely aren't. So, but y'all have a lovely evening.
Yes. All right, Matt. You know the rules. What do you tell everybody?
Oh, absolutely, man. You guys just make sure you enjoy your day, enjoy every day like it's your last. But if you're gonna go out, just make sure you put your protocols in place. Don't get flagged, guys. Don't drink and drive. Don't go out there doing anything stupid. Just don't get flagged. Don't get flagged in life. We don't want to bail you out, because I can't afford to bail you out.
Hank.
Well, I probably could afford to bail you out, but I'm not going to bail you out. So call Hank.
Call Hank. Hank is the one you want to call.
That's right. That's right, and I won't respond.
Oh my God! All right, guys. As you know, I always say, like I said, don't do something stupid. You know, peace up. A-Town down. Greatest sports city ever known to man. We'll be back again on Friday. Abe Gordon, member. Check him out. The Abe TL show, 92.9 The Game. And let him know the Sportz Nutz sent you there. Abe will give you a special shout out. Great guy. Obviously, we didn't give a shout out to our sponsor, Tequila. Let's do that right quick. I know I was literally about to click the end of the show, but let's give a quick shout out. Guys, if you want to have some authentic and affordable, delicious Mexican cuisine, Tequila's Grill and Easily is where you want to go. The happy hour, buy one, get one, 50% off all drinks. You know, the homemade salsa bar, the queso, Matt and mine's favorite, which is literally every dish they have there. Everything is top notch at Tequila's Grill and Easily. Check them out today, 5455 Calhoun Memorial Highway, Easily, South Carolina, 29640. Better yet, give them a call, 864-307-8028. That's Tequila's Grill and Easily. All right, guys, y'all have a wonderful evening, and thank you again. We will see you on Friday, 7:30 shot. Be there. Abe Gordon will be there. Take care. Good night.